All right, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is still the press coming to you from the Abuja studios of KAFTAN Television. And this is also a reminder that our phone lines will now be open for you to call and join the conversation and also make your contribution. And now we've been joined by a guest. His name is Habib Gajo. Together, we shall be taking a look at these headlines that we read out to you earlier. And like we also mentioned, the currency floating. Let's know what his opinions are about it. Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Good morning, Sandra. Morning, Annabel.
Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
What was I talking about? Current floating, and I remember that it was you. So okay. Today
is a good day to have you on the program because interesting headline on the Punch. I'll take it for the Punch. Currency floating. Private sector economies back CBN as Naira falls to 664 Naira to $1. But the interesting headlines are in the rider, and it says CBN allows banks to sell at their own price, removes cap on exchange rate. Economists, analysts worry over CBN central bank's capacity to stabilize exchange rate. You are in the FX market.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts, and how did this message come to you? How did you receive it?
You know, the key players are the same. Those who supported the government for this floating policy are the same people that supported the MFLA, former CBN governor. He started with floating dollar from 162 to 340 to 360 floating. When floating failed, he now extended to another policy called flexible. You understand? So the flexible make the market more vulnerable, and the vulnerability of the market make it more porous, and everybody start swinging people. Banks start swinging marketers and traders. Then the BDC now has to step back, and the central bank now sanctioned the the bureau de change. Then the bureau de change stopped selling, and the parallel market became more open market than the bureau de change. So honestly, there is nothing to take away in that policy. And one thing again, those who criticize the CBN for doing that, they know what they are criticizing. You understand? When you have when CBN jack the price of the foreign exchange, definitely it will weaken the Naira. So it's a devaluation. The government need to come out, or the CBN need to come out and tell Nigerians that no, we have devalued Naira. Now dollar we are selling at 660. You understand? So Nigerians will know. From MFLA left it from 411 to 450. You understand? So now if you look at almost 200 Naira above, so definitely is a devaluation. No matter how you put it, they have devalued Naira. So nobody expects something will come out from it. And if you look at it will even, if you look at our inflation rate, almost 32%, though this is the end of May has ended, June, by end of June
figures.
Yes, we will now hear from MBS how the economy has
performed.
Yes, so definitely they have created a panic in the market.
Oh, okay.
So I hope.
So just so we are clear, which market? The parallel market or the CBN?
No, the interbank market.
Okay.
Because when you give banks the authority to sell forex, then you are out of the rules of the CBN, the rules of the foreign exchange. Worldwide is bureau de change that sells it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Banks don't sell, don't buy. You invest, you save, you deposit, you withdraw.
Okay, now so let me taking a cue from where you just landed. I'm going to ask you two questions, and I'd like you to take them in one breath. You talked about the central bank governor, that's the former central bank governor, and some of the policies that he reeled out, and then you talked about Bureau de Change. We recall some of the policies that he reeled out at some point. Would you actually say that some of them were just good on white paper? They never really made any impact. We recall the remittances, we recall the clamp down on Bureau de Change, Aboki effects, and all of that. Are you going to say that most of them, they were just good on white papers, but not in reality? That's one on the side. And then secondly, okay, let me allow you to speak.
No, the first question about the former CBN governor, all his policies have somersaulted. That's
so all the policies were just somersaulted,
and MFLA himself knew that.
Oh wow!
It has somersaulted. Even the Naira redesign somersaulted. The policy has somersaulted. MFLA have a problem of implementation and execution of the all of his policies.
So even from making that policy down to the implementation, it was all bad.
Yes, because the decision, in decision making, you understand, the policy makers and the decision makers has to put head together and arrive in one single policy to implement. The one that you cannot implement, or the one that will take time, or the one that will put hardship on Nigerians or on Nigeria, the one that has security implications, the one that has so many, you do away with them, you go for the one that will work. You understand?
Yeah.
So MFLA is always in a hurry to impress former President Buhari for doing all this type of policy, thinking that they were fighting corruption while they were deepening corruption.
Oh,
you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so now how much does this either affect or impact the Nigerian on the street, especially those who have to pay for school fees, do their remittance and all, and also how much does it affect rent seeking?
Yeah, the rent seeking, let's leave it for the players in the market. You understand? But Annabel, when Naira fall, many people will fall down. Many people will crash. Many people will roll. You understand? So that's what is going to happen for all those remittance, school fees, medical tourism, trade, investment, and so many things. You understand?
Yeah.
Even transportation, importation, and even export. It will even affect the export. I read some of the reason why the policies of the interbank rate is, one of them is that it will stabilize the export. You understand?
Yeah.
So you are looking for export while you did not enhance your economic and your growth has not improved. You understand? So
it's still based on consumption, not production.
Yes, we are still consuming. You understand? And that's what brought the inflation. Had it been what we are producing, we are exporting, like cashew, like cocoa, like timber, like rubber, not only like oil and gas, so many things. So many things. You understand?
Let's take this call.
Ginger also.
Right. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, beautiful morning to you, Annabel, Sandra, and Honorable Gajo. You are on to SMB from Lagos.
Good morning, SMB. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm doing pretty well, and then how's work today?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you very much, Gajo. Good morning once again, and then let me appreciate KAFTAN TV for giving us this ample opportunity to say our mind. But let me quickly respond to the issue of the suspended EFCC chairman. I mean, that's Bawa. But then, even though time will not permit me to go into details, but ever since the establishment of the EFCC, was 2003 to date, which is 20 years. To me, I can consider all what is going on with the chairperson, starting from the pioneer chairperson Rebado to Bawa, as an unceremonious exit. That was to me, and to me, an agency of this nature shouldn't be like this. The whole chairman, from the chairperson, pioneer chairperson, to Waziri, from Waziri to Lamurde, from Lamurde to Magu, from Magu to the person that was in charge before, after Bawa now, then Bawa, believing me, I consider this as unceremonious exit, and an agency of this nature shouldn't be like this. So I think our policy makers need to do something on this regard. You remember, like I said, time will not permit me to go into details. Roberto was, I don't know, just 2 weeks after his retirement, and then look at what happened to him. Just because he cannot cure a case of Peter Odili, James Ibori, and so on, and so that is. While Waziri was having issues with the international community. Understand? Then the Lamurde issue was allegedly accused of 5 billion and some euros and so on and so forth, to the extent that the Senate, accused him on the misappropriate of about 1 trillion. Now look at what is going on today. So my question that I always ask: for how long shall we remain in this present predicament? Is it our legal system that is contradicting the issues? Or does that mean that we need a special code that will give a maximum time of at least 90 days, starting from the prosecuting, the exhibit whatsoever, and the judgment shouldn't be exceed of at least 90 days. Maybe that way we can be able to patch the cracking one. But believe me, things are not okay, and I believe something has to be done for the betterment of this country. Thank you very much. I remain SMB from Lagos.
Thank you, SMB. It's always a pleasure to have you join us on the program.
So we are talking about the
impact.
The impact. You understand? So from I made mention of the impact on the masses and ordinary Nigerians. Now, another impact is from the investors. You understand? There is investors. There is direct foreign investors, and there is local investors. Those are the main, we'll call them the main players. You understand? Yeah. Because they own the dollar, they sell to the CBN, CBN sell to the banks. You understand? So those multinational companies also have an impact. That's where we stock. You understand?
Yes.
That's what's stocking the Nigerian economy and the Naira. You understand? That's what weakened the Naira. Until you have a balance, you understand? More especially from those direct investors, because they invest in cash.
So are you saying that it has an impact or effect on them?
No.
Because Nigerian Tribune says free float of Naira spurs positive sentiment. Investors earn 991 Naira, 999.8 billion Naira.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying. They are the players. You will never know what they earn, what they lost. You understand? Because they invest in money. They invest in cash, in dollars. You understand?
Yes.
So the positive impact is from those who own the dollar. You understand? The negative impact is those who are looking for the dollar to buy.
So,
you understand?
Yes, we'll have a caller on the line, and I want us to take this call, but I don't want you to end your statement without telling us how do we now fix this problem, because I don't know if this move was made to better the economy of Nigeria, but let's not also forget that this is going to affect our debt profile, because we owe in dollars, and if we're going to pay at this rate, it's also going to affect our debt servicing and all of this. So how do we now get to the point where we are able to, because you made mention of balance, how do we achieve this balance that we're looking for?
Yeah, you will first of all, let me put it this way, you know, the market has to be autonomous. You understand? when you have autonomous market.
So what do you mean by autonomous?
The independence of the market, because the monetary and physical policies of the CBN, that's what concerns us. You understand? That's what affects us. You understand? So the marketers, the players are for their profit. You understand?
Definitely.
So if government will now put head with their own stakeholder, because CBN is a stakeholder in government. You understand? So let them come up with a very good monetary and physical policy on how to stabilize the Naira, not to be weakened again. You understand? Because but
we all know that this policy was made in aim of stabilizing the Naira.
Now, is stabilizing the Naira in which sense? You have already fixed a price of 660. You understand? So even if dollar will go down, will never go to 600. It will remain in 700. So if it is going to go up, it will start from 700 above. You understand? So sometimes if you look at the interbank rate and the CBA rate, you will see a gap. When you look at this, the bank rate and the local players like BDCs, like manufacturers and so on, you now see another wide gap.
Very wide gap.
Very wide gap. So these two gaps need to be closed, like what the president said in his inauguration. He said, "I want." He will house clean the CBN. So when you are house cleaning, is not removing the CBN is not enough to say you have clean. You have to come up with a good policies that will clean all the dirty, shady, and some assault policies to go away. But unfortunately, we now saw a policy that some assaulted 6 years ago, now back to a new policy. Right. I think if you want to clean, you should clean with the...
so you're saying that it actually goes way beyond suspending and investigation.
Yes, because when you create floating, we expect the market to be flexible. You understand? So that me and you can assess and everybody will assess.
All right. Hello, good morning.
My dear, I want to greet the press and Annabel and Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you for doing a very good job there.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. I'm calling from Suboto. My name is Pastor Alaba.
Thank you.
I want to comment on the picture I saw about the brutality of policemen over a lady. It is worrisome. Me, I don't know whether these police people know their job descriptions. It's their job to be beating people anyhow and to be brutalizing people on the road. If the head is good, the body will be okay. What is the head, the idea of what is he doing about this matter? That if these ones can beat women, it means they don't have regard for women. It means they did their work at home as well. It's not enough to suspend them or to sack them. It is enough to take them to prison. And I want to suggest something. All Nigerian policemen and women should be subjected to psychiatric tests. These people are not normal. What we see them do on the road, we create another NSAS, and that will bring disaster for this country. If the ID is not ready to do the work, it should go away for somebody who can do the work. We can't watch this kind of thing. It's too brutal. It's too much. We need to do something. We will follow this matter up until justice is done. It is wickedness. It's not permitted in this country.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rabba. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
From Sokoto. All right, before we leave this CBN, because our time is fast spent,
in
1 minute, if you can help us, the table shaker, that's Reno Omokri, says that in case you don't know what floating the Naira means, it means that the government will no longer determine the Naira rate. It will be one rate, and that rate is determined by market forces. This means that the more you buy foreign goods like the ones you buy from Peter Obi's Nest and Cash and Carry, the more the Naira will collapse, and the more you buy Nigerian goods and services like Innocent Motors and Globalcom Telecommunications products, the more the Naira will rise. So he went on to say that the immediate impact of this will be on our foreign and local reserve because they will rise since the CBN will not defend the Naira by unnecessarily injecting dollars into the forex market. Very long entailed. And then he says, also, you will be able to travel with Naira and change it for dollars, pounds, euro, yuan abroad as it was during the 70s and the early 80s before Buhari's coup against President Shagari government. What are your response to this?
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. You understand? By saying during Buhari's military junta. You understand? Now, when I was explaining this, I said there is a local investors. The local investors are the one that will make a Naira strong. You understand? Because of the production. You understand? The more you produce, the more you.
So now should we start? Are we supposed to start seeing more of local rice and
Nigerian-made products?
That's the policy Emefiele implemented and led Buhari to close all the borders. You understand? And instead of those ban items to fall, it rose to even maximal because from a bag of rice of 7,000, 8,000 to 50, 40, you know, is.
So do you think that's the government's problem or the people or the producer's problem?
No, you see, that is why I said, if government manage the monetary and physical policy, then the local players will follow. You understand? Then the international players, investors will also follow. You understand?
Right.
Let's this our multinational cooperation start selling their forex in Nigeria. You understand? Not exporting it out and now bring it and as direct foreign investment. You understand? So that's where the shady deals that government need to take care of.
All right, now let's take that story and quickly deal on this, the one that we found on the Punch newspaper that talks about the police brutality, where we saw two policemen brutalizing a lady who was allegedly accused of being a cultist, and then in some part they stripped her naked, they marched on her. How much are we going to keep being on this round table talking about police brutality, even after 3 years of NSAS?
Yeah, you know, what led to the answers, like you said, is police brutality. Secondly, the police were not well trained, well equipped. You know, they no longer go to trainings again. You understand? So most of them, they will post from police college direct to the duty post. They will be there for like 10 to 20 years.
So police college is not enough training?
Yeah, most of them don't, more especially the lower cadre, they don't have training. You understand? It's only the...
So what then is the point of removing or re-Christianing from SARS to SWAT? Isn't it to stop this menace?
Yeah, you know, it's just an upgrade. You understand? They just upgraded themselves from SARS to SWAT. You understand? Yeah. So, you see, the mentality of police and the psyche of ordinary Nigerian police is to brutalize to get answer. You understand? Because the first thing is to arrest, not investigate. The first thing is to arrest, then even the investigation is torture.
Yes, definitely.
You understand? Or like, so they have fallen down to the standard, but the brutality has to stop. The Inspector General of Police need to do more. You understand?
All right.
Though we now have a new government, maybe they will not tolerate
such action.
All right, thank you so much, Habib Gajo. It's always a pleasure having these discussions with you.
The EFCC boss, I didn't say farewell to
Oh, you wanted to say farewell?
Okay, you get your chance to say your farewell.
Okay, let's say farewell. Okay, say farewell.
I wish him a very good luck that he exited safely, unlike...
but it's just a suspension, though.
Yeah, it's a suspension, but...
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely, and it follows investigation. You understand? They have to investigate him. You see, like what SMB says, the way they are removing them, the structure of this, the EFCC, it starts from the Commissioner of Police. And a Commissioner of Police is a policeman that is in the management level. You understand? So when you have that rank on that level, even the Inspector General of Police cannot intimidate him, or any corrupt person will intimidate him. He will do his work to the best of his ability. But they bend it to give the Assistant Commissioner of Police, then from there the things start going down. When Eradua came and now brought a retired police commissioner, I think she's an AIG, Farida Waziri. She did very well. She recovered very well. You understand? When Goodluck came, he fired her based on political reasons. You understand? Now, Lamurde too was fired because of, in fact, he even abandoned it. He resigned and abandoned it. So when they want to appoint Bawa, after Magu, we all know how the National Assembly and the Vice President were dragging Magu's matter. Then Magu was suspended, was removed unceremoniously. Then the police has to withdraw their services from the EFCC. So the EFCC lack manpower, more especially in investigation, recovery, and so on. And that's what is affecting the young man, Bawa, who is not a policeman. You understand? Rashid Bawa. That's what is affecting him. I think the president acted promptly and swiftly, positively, for let him go. And in fact, I know head will roll. It will continue to roll.
We wanted to enter a lot of people in this house cleaning.
All right. Thank you so much, Gajo.